But the problem you've got is that you're still massively reliant on coal, the dirtiest fossil fuel for your power. Hang on, let me just finish the point. Coal still generates 75% of India's power. And you're still building new coal-fired power stations.
Again, let me just tell you, power for electricity only accounts for 17% of our overall energy. If you want to look at the total figure, see what is used in our refineries, and they're all moving into green hydrogen. IOCL has 11 refineries, out of them 2 of them first, another 2. So there is a transition taking place which your briefing notes don't capture. Now either you accept what I'm telling you as the energy, I should actually be called the energy transition minister. Our biofuel blending on an increasing demand, 20% of that, it's a revolutionary scale change. 90 new flex fuel vessels were on display which are coming to the market in the next 3 months. We've got E100 pure ethanol being sold in 400 outlets. So absolutely, yes, our consumption is increasing. So is our biofuel blending, green hydrogen.
The problem you've got, and that's why I began with this grand ambition to become a fully developed nation by 2047, is that there is no way that's going to happen without maintaining the kind of output from your coal-fired power stations, which mean you're not going to complete your energy transition. To quote Indian expert Nandini Das, who's at Climate Analytics, she says, India still has a very deep focus on coal.
You are welcome to quote, I don't know who these people are, and certainly they don't figure in my discourse at all. A lot of people drawing inspiration from Western NGOs, from people in the West who are extremely jealous of the Indian transition. And you're welcome to use whomever's speaking notes you like. But if you're discussing a subject like energy transition, let me point you in 2 specific directions. Please look at the biofuels program and look at what's happening in the Indian green hydrogen field. The tender which IOCL has floated, nowhere in the world have you got this done. The first day I had a meeting with the then Energy Secretary of the United States, Jennifer Greenholm. She said the minute we can get to 1 for 1 for 1, that is 1 kilo of green hydrogen for $1 in 10 years, the energy side. We buy $150 billion of energy from outside. Today, the cost of green hydrogen has come down to 3.5, 4. The minute we bring it down to 2.5, fossil fuel is over. This kind of transition doesn't takes place through fossilized mindsets which Minister, say you will never become this. They said you'll never become a $5 trillion economy.
Minister, as far as I can see, this is not a sort of East-West political point scoring
not at all.
Question.
It should not be.
It is really a planetary question.
Yes.
But all I'm asking is whether when you sit in your ministry and make your decisions, you understand that India has a deep vulnerability right here, now, to the impacts of climate change.
You are trying to remind me of my vulnerability. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not only conscious, but we are doing things in order to ensure that we don't become vulnerable. Today, India is one country which has met its Paris commitments. You should be, as a global news output, addressing those countries which are pulling out of climate change, which want, etc. Today, no one is questioning the transition. In order to meet the transition, you have to survive at the present. Please concentrate on those countries where clean cooking fuel is not available. We are supplying to 1.4 billion people clean cooking medium, LPG or natural gas at as little as 5 rupees a day to beneficiaries or 15 rupees a day to non-beneficiaries. These are the advances India is making, where 30% of the rural population, even in advanced countries, they use firewood, they use this thing. So I don't know how you're going to define. Right. We will have a health system, healthcare system, Minister, education system, which will have all the ingredients and coordinates of a developed economy much before 2047.
Before we end, Minister, I just want to ask you about your government's vision for your country. And I'm going to use a quote from Ravi Agrawal, who's the editor of Foreign Policy magazine. He talks about a new idea of India prevailing. He says Modi's India is substantially different from Nehru's in terms of this idea. Modi defines nationhood through Hinduism. He believes in a powerful chief executive being preferable to a liberal one. It is, says Agrawal, a form of illiberal democracy. Do you believe in that?
No, I don't. And I think this is a whole lot of, hogwash. There's a fact of the matter is, Mr. Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. He was deeply impressed with and schooled in the Western liberal system. He did a great job. But today, Mr. Modi inherited an economy which is now not gradually, rapidly transforming. Today, India has got confidence back to its pre-colonial days. Hinduism is a way of life. India today is one of the most liberal democracies. Mr. Agarwal is entitled to his views, and Mr. Agarwal is perhaps serving an audience. Let me share with you something. Today in India, you have a robust democracy. People use the choicest invectives against elected leaders. Try and do that in a Western democracy. See what happens in terms of result. Today, our institutions are functioning. The judiciary, the apex judiciary, the fourth estate, the press, totally free press. These are hallmarks
Minister, you know that journalists in this country do not regard this as a free
I don't know which
press
journalists
and
you're
a free
talking about.
media. You know that outside observers like Freedom House say that India's system is now only, quote unquote, partly free, that organizations like Human Rights Watch say that the government has escalated a crackdown on civil society and the media. You know all this. I just wonder whether you think all of this is justified to deliver the kind of economic growth plan that Modi says he can deliver. Does it justify all of that?
First of all, I don't agree with those characterizations. I don't want to go into individual who said what. But, if I were in your place, I would make an independent assessment rather than be going, somebody's calling it an illiberal democracy. We are, whether the West likes it or not, anybody likes it or not, the world's largest democracy. We're also the mother of democracy. We had republics operating in India in 6th century BC. And today what you witness in India is a very robust democracy which is delivering goods and services to its people. What would you us have? Now, if you have to deliver energy, you have to deliver energy at affordable prices at all times to come and maintain the sustainability. That's been done. Insofar as liberty and democracy is concerned, we have no shortage of it.
Hardeep Singh Puri, we have to end there. Thank you for being on Hard Talk.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.